We're on a flight from Jacksboro, Tennessee to 24 Alpha, Jackson County, North Carolina. For this southeastbound VFR flight, we've chosen a cruise altitude of 9,500. In private training, we learn a good rule of thumb for planning when to begin a descent. It's sometimes called the rule of 3 or 3-to-1 rule. We take our current altitude, 9,500, and subtract our target altitude, which should be pattern altitude. The field elevation at our destination is about 2,800 feet, so with a pattern of 3,800 feet, we need to lose almost 6,000 feet in the descent. If we take the 6 in that 6,000 and multiply by 3, which is where the rule of 3 comes from, we get 18 miles. We want to ideally be at pattern altitude 5 miles prior to the pattern, so we add 5 miles to get 23 miles out as our top of descent point. We can add this point to our ForeFlight route by going into the flight plan drawer, then tapping on the destination. We're going to create an along track offset and put it at 23 miles from the destination. This will create a waypoint at our rule of thumb calculated top of descent. Now, our destination sits in a rather dramatic valley in the Great Smoky Mountains. We suspect we may not have a clear descent above terrain on the way down. If we have an aircraft profile active in our flight plan, as we do here for our Cessna 172, ForeFlight can take our descent profile, our speed and descent rate, to calculate a vertical profile for us. If we tap profile, we can have this vertical profile visualized. What should stand out right away here is the impact point computed on that descent. As we suspected, we won't be able to make a constant rate descent from cruise to pattern altitude without avoiding terrain. First, let's see where our top of descent is being calculated. The along track waypoint we set at 23 miles from the destination is laying right on top of where the vertical profile shows our top of descent. So our back of the napkin calculations match up pretty well with our aircraft descent performance. On the maps view, with the profile view open, we can also see the highest points along a corridor around our route. The highest point, at 6608 MSL, will be after our top of descent point. You'll be descending down towards that peak. And even though the profile view doesn't show a terrain conflict, it might be best to delay the descent until you're over that. So we tap and hold and then drag to that peak. It's 57 miles into the flight route, or 20 miles from the destination. Let's change our along track offset waypoint to get rid of the one we created and set it to 20 miles before 24 Alpha. It's at that point that we'll begin a descent. If we tap on our top of descent on the profile view, we could specify that we'll be beginning our descent from 9,500 at this point. This now populates the altitude on the waypoint on the maps view along our route. Now, that first strike is computed at 70 miles into the route, or 7 miles from the destination at 4,700 feet. The point of impact doesn't lie directly on our route of flight, but is several miles east of it. If you want to be conservative and clear all obstacles in the area, including this one at 4,700 feet, which you'll want to clear by 1,500 or so, let's create another along track offset waypoint of 7 miles. Now, our first waypoint is where we'll plan to descend from 9,500 to 6,500. Then, after the next waypoint, we'll plan to go down from 6,500 towards pattern altitude. We'll add another crossing restriction on that point to show that we'll be crossing that at 6,500. We'll be losing about 3,000 feet in a short distance, so we may want to circle 4 or more miles from the field before reaching pattern altitude. And for that, we could use Hazard Advisor. And if we drag the slider to highlight areas of higher terrain, we could show that we should be safe as doing that maneuvering north of the field. Once we're down at pattern altitude, we can maneuver to enter the pattern. You never want to guess about the terrain you're descending down towards. ForeFlight's profile view, paired with an aircraft profile for descent performance planning, can help you plan out your descents using top of descent points and step down altitudes to stay safe. Try it out while you're planning your next cross-country flight in new terrain.